Evening all, just admitting everyone. And we are all in now. We've obviously got James with us tonight. We don't have Sky on the call, so if someone wants to jump in and get us going and then just ask questions in the chat box as per, and we'll crack on from there.
I don't mind doing that. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Cool. James, well batted. Is that an opportunity that you thought might never come?
Yeah. I mean, I hadn't given up on that moment, but yeah, you know, this time last week, obviously didn't expect that at all. So yeah, loved it. As you say, I wasn't sure it was going to come, but yeah, to be able to get out there and make a contribution like that and get 100 in front of a pretty noisy crowd and a good day and contribute towards a win, you know, obviously would have been like to be there at the end, but you know, once the boys got over the line, I sort of settled down a bit, and yeah, really enjoyed it.
Were there a couple of times in your career maybe that you thought your international career might be over at the end of the sort of New Zealand Australia tour, maybe in perhaps after that Ireland ODI series last year?
Yeah, well, probably just a little bit of shift in mindset of, you know, not giving up on it, but probably, you know, realization that I wasn't in the, you know, going to be in the squad or maybe sort of high up in the pecking order. But yeah, just, yeah, delighted that I've got another opportunity. Don't know when the next one will be or if there'll be another one, but yeah, you know, really enjoyed that today. That was, yeah, without doubt, you know, one of the best days I've had.
Presumably you've never doubted your ability in your previous opportunities. You've always kind of shown you could do it.
Yeah, I mean, my opportunities in Whitehall have probably, you know, been quite spread out over 4 or 5 years. So yeah, it's, you know, coming into this series and then, you know, playing 3 in a row was quite nice. Obviously with the team winning as well in the circumstances, and being able to make a couple of contributions was really nice. But yeah, as I say, I don't know if and when the next opportunity will be, but yeah, I'll never forget that day today.
You looked extremely calm. I wondered whether having that target in front of you helped sort of focus the mind.
Yeah, and I think, you know, although we lost wickets, the rate was always, you know, we were always up with the rate, if not ahead of it. So, you know, even when we did lose those wickets, it meant there was a bit of time to, you know, just be able to knock the ball around, play the ball on merit. And then, you know, as it got deeper, you know, if I wasn't getting a boundary away, Louis then struck a few boundaries. So I guess there was pressure in terms of, you know, we didn't want to lose another wicket, but you know, it helped with the rate being, you know, us being up with the rate the whole time and being able to just, as I say, play the ball on merit, you know, not have to go too hard in searching for boundaries all that often. And, you know, often when you play like that, you pick up boundaries anyway. So yeah, that definitely helped.
Okay, thanks. Well played. I'll let the others have a go. Cheers.
Thank you.
Rory.
James, well batted. Obviously, you said you don't know when or if the next chance might come along, but as and when it does come, and be that in any format, do you feel like an innings like today will sort of help you reboot your career? And, you know, the next time you step out for England, will you feel like a different man or a different player having got over that line?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely nice to have it behind me, not just from my point of view, but, you know, from, you know, people watching and teammates and stuff. I'm sure it'll give me belief, but also hopefully some other people, you know, around the dressing room and people watching that I'm capable of doing it. So, you know, I know the opinion on my career is, you know, that I've got starts and stuff like that and not made, you know, big contributions. And I'm, you know, the opinions like that because that has been the case. But yeah, I think this hopefully will give me more confidence and hopefully some other people as well.
John.
I mean, you just said it there. You know, the opinion on your career is that you have had some starts and looked looked good at times. Do you have any thoughts on why you haven't been able to go on and perhaps make more significant scores?
No, I think talking more white ball here, I don't know, maybe I've struggled a bit with, when I've had opportunity, it's been one-off games, and I'm, not having a grumble there at all. It's been, sort of filling in for Halesey a little bit at the start, and then more recently J-Roy, and that white ball team has done so well. It's been, it's always been nice to be a part of the squad, but I've always sort of been on the fringes and sort of played a game here and there. So it would have been nice to, in one of those chances I had, to be able to get 100 or a few bigger scores when the opportunities did come around. But I think that might be maybe part of the reason, but today will definitely help me going forward.
You played a couple of nice innings in Australia before, Brisbane and Perth and so on. I mean, do you think about the Ashes tour, or is that getting a bit ahead of itself? Yeah,
no, not going to think too much about all that other stuff. It's, one innings here in white ball cricket. Hopefully it keeps me in Spoons and Morgs and Stokesy, or, all the management keeps me on the radar. But I'm not going to, get my hopes up and think that, lots of other stuff's going to come my way because of this one innings. It's a bit overdue, and, really enjoyed today, and, prove something to myself and hopefully to others. But I'm not going to sort of, start thinking I should be on the plane to the Ashes or in all the squads from now on. I'm realistic in terms of, I know how well the white ball squad's done. And, still got some important county cricket left in the summer. If I can do well there and something comes of it, great. But I don't expect us from this one not to be all of a sudden in the reckoning.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, John. Matt, we'll go to you, and then Will go to you after that.
Cheers. Well played, James. After everything, like you've mentioned there, I just wondered what the feeling was like, what emotions were going through your head when you got that run to take it to 100 and the big swish of the bat and everything. What was that like? Yeah,
it was. I don't normally show too much emotion, but that moment was pretty special. As I said, this time last week, I wasn't sure that was going to come. So played a few ropey shots in the 90s, but when he dropped short there, I think he misfielded it as well. I just sort of heard the crowd more than anything. I didn't see where the ball had gone, but it was a big, I don't know if relief, but just a moment I thoroughly enjoyed. The crowd here were awesome. The whole day was pretty special.
Was it the best feeling of your career? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it was. I think just as I say, I've played a number of games and not got there for England. So to be able to score 100 for my country, growing up, that's kind of was my dream and one of my dreams. So to be able to fulfill it, such a good atmosphere and everything out there, it's very special for me.
Thank you.
James, could you just sort of put into words how the group feels about what you've achieved over the last few days? You obviously came together, I think, last Tuesday as a scratch team. Was it kind of beyond wildest expectations to take this series 3-0?
Yeah, I think it probably was, although there wasn't a huge amount of time to think about it. We obviously, I think we turned up Tuesday night, trained Wednesday once we got our test back, and then we're straight in Thursday. So there's not been a huge amount of time to think about it. I think after the win at Lords, when we won the series, I'm not saying it's something special, but it's a good effort from a squad that this time last week wouldn't have expected to be playing, and a number of guys that have made debuts. Saki with a new ball, in general, has been outstanding. Has been, pretty much everyone stepped up and made a contribution at different times. And I didn't know whether we were going to play the same team 3 games in a row or how that was going to work. But I think, when we sit back and reflect on it, probably have a chat now. Spoons chatted yesterday about, trying to, the job wasn't done. Winning a series 3-0 against, a reasonably decent Pakistan side was no mean feat. So, I think we've achieved something quite good.
You mentioned Lords there. Just from a personal perspective, did you think you'd missed the opportunity for what happened today at Lords? Was a decent bat swish when you got out at Lords, and do you think that was an opportunity gone?
Yeah, I didn't play the spin very well at Lords at all. I did a bit of work in the nets yesterday and thought I should have much better today, but it was disappointing to get out in the time I did at Lords. It was, not too dissimilar to what it was here. Off to a decent start, lost a few wickets, and then was, kind of in the mindset of not rebuild, but, there was no need to take any big risks at that stage. And when you get out, when you're not really looking to go too hard, it's always frustrating. But glad I was able to put it right today.
Cheers.
Thanks all. I think we'll leave it there then, and I'll provide an update on tomorrow's plans shortly over text. Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks.